Hey guys, what up? Arman. Yes, today was on the quicker side. You know, we had to do our business, but the business didn't take too long. How you doing? Yeah, I know yesterday was supposed to be the last stream, but today is the true last stream. I'm supposed to be packing right now. Actually, I obviously have my priorities in order because I'm live instead. But I will probably be hopping in and out to actually do stuff, so I don't just fall entirely behind on that. But I wanted to get some. I wanted to re-roll Frost Mages real quick and potentially get a feel for how they were, and if it felt good enough, I would try to squeeze a video recording before my flight tomorrow. But we'll see.
Okay, stairs here.
Arcane is going through the Arcane is going through the Act 1 melee experience, so pray for him. He'll need it.
What's up?
A lot of squeezing action today, basically. My game is muted. I think because I was recording earlier.
Surely you edited, right? Surely.
Yeah, it's scheduled for tomorrow morning. It's done. I just need to figure out the video title for it, and I have a video coming tomorrow morning. I haven't done the other one I wanted to do about my channel though. So that I need to squeeze it time in, and so I have 2 videos to record and edit between now and tomorrow. Whilst I'm testing Frost Mages and packing and doing laundry and all these other things I have to do before tomorrow afternoon. So, and this is my trip is in less than 24 hours. Like, yes, here I am. Okay, I should have gone to options here actually. I'm trolling. There's no sound. There's literally 0 sound. But anyways, today we're going to be testing Frost Mages, and we're going to be 6 linking them and then using 5 links of those for 6 links because we have a problem with not having 6 links. I saw gameplay of them that looked pretty good, so I said I was going to give them a genuine shot now that I've gotten Storm Mages to a place where I am happy with. I mean, I've been able to do basically all content with it. I beat what's his face last night. Iron Citadel on tier 18. So I think that is pretty good. I don't think I'll have problems aside skill issues with Arbiter, the Pinnacle boss. I know I'll probably skill issue him, but I'm pretty sure the build at least has enough damage for that. I was able to do a tier 4 Sanctum yesterday with 50% more health and an extra player in the Sanctum. So I think we gave him a pseudo like 36. I don't have a pseudo like 36 mil health if the DPS numbers were to be trusted. Like, because I think it was like 12 mil was at a third of his health, something like that. So roughly 36 to 40 mil health, and we would kill him really pretty quick, all things considered. So yeah, DPS for this build is not a problem. So I'm going to be testing out Frost Mages, and the fact that their quality actually gives them reduced reservation, if I remember correctly. So because of this, we're going to yeah, Frost Mages quality gives them reduced reservation. So we should be able to fit out. Yes and no. Like Gemling, yes, but the problem with Gemling is you just have less spirit to work with at the same time. And I don't know if 10% quality is going to really, be a game changer out there. All right, Frost Mages. These are my 3 socket Frost Mages. I'm going to use this for support, exposure, Frost Mage. I will keep you there. Real quick, do I have any greaters? No, I bought a new scepter, by the way, for those watching this. I decided I was going to use minions for offering, and I was going to increase the offering effect with Dance Macabre, which kills 2 minions instead of 1. So more DPS is what we're saying. All the changes I made yesterday will be in the video that's coming out tomorrow morning or in less than 12 hours or something like that. Anyways, we're going to speedrun this because I know what I want to do in terms of, I already thought about this for most of today, so I know what I want to do. I just need to actually do it. So Exalt and Greater Jeweler Orbs, they are 40, so I need to convert 1 Divine to an Exalt. It is going for 81. I bought a Divine yesterday. I bought my divines yesterday for about 72 or 76, something like that. Before I went off.
What are they now?
31. And they're gonna be worse by the time we get back. What did I brain fart? Exalt for greater jewelers, right? That's what I wanted. Jeez, nope, I am not doing that. Thank you very much. 41, give me that. Apply that. Divines, perfect jeweler orbs. 3 divines for a perfect jeweler orbs? Jesus. That is expensive. That is all my money.
It's gone really high up, yeah.
I now have only 3 divines left. Jeez. I'm broke. But we have frost mages on 6th link now. So I'm going to test it on... We're essentially going to test it on, what you call it? We'll test it on a 5 link. Run the map, see how that feels. And then test it on the 6 link. We're going to drop this for this guy. Basically, we're going to do Frost Mage, Storm Mage. I would like the corrupted one to have quality, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. Storm Mage. Actually, beggars can be choosers to a degree. In this situation, what I could do in theory... Omen of Sinistra Alchemy is 4 exalts. Is it really? I'll just invite you. Bruh. Not everything is a divine, you know. Let's do exalts. There's like 1 exalt is actually going for. Why is this person buying it for 4? So they actually get replies? Question mark. Thank you. All right. I will make the executive decision later if it is worth where's quality? If it is worth the money for getting quality support mages. 10% reduced. So that means 30, 34. So it's only 4 extra spirit for this one. So what are we gonna support him with? Minion mastery. Tell me I have code mastery. I should, right? Physical, fire, code. There we go. Code mastery, scatter shots, magnified effect, and scatter shot, magnified effect, and Arcane Temple. No, but I want super critical, so something has to go. I think I was going to say magnified effect might have to take the back seat. We'll see. Arcane Temple, scatter shots, because they need AoE. They need AoE, but they need cast speed because their cast speed is woeful. Why not just, you know, I'm dumb. I have a 5-link skeletal mage and I'm not using that. Now I am. Not to mention it also is just, you know. So we have lightning exposure, conduction, overcharge, stormfire. What else did I want to put here? I don't need lightning exposure anymore, so we can use electrocute. No, that would remove shock. I want shock chance. I want big shocks, and I want them to stay. I'll put magnified effects here because I don't need it, or I need it. Lightning Mastery could be one because I would want more damage so I can inflict bigger shocks. Not Feeding Frenzy. What are we doing? Conduction, Overcharge, Stormfire. We'll do 2 damage supports, I think. I think Lightning Mastery would do well. As well as... I don't have to go Control Destruction. Let me see, Shock. Lightning Exposure, Stormfire. I do have these 2. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Coursing Current. Then Lightning Mastery. Okay, cool. And then for you, Cold Exposure. Strip Away. Exposure, Strip Away. This is on crits, so nothing that reduces the chance you crit. By the way, I did want to calculate how many crits I can get on my Frost Mages. So I can get 11 damage Frost Mages with 1 support and 1 Storm Mage support. Let me see. Frost Mage, Bidden. I don't really care for Bidden. Feeding Frenzy, 4 Cold Exposure. It has to be on a crit, so... And there's nothing that improves minions' crit chance. Can be, of course, can do that. We could use this, Leverage. Yeah, let's do Leverage. Then... What did this guy have yesterday? It had Shock Amplify. I don't care for freezes from here because this would also freeze. Maybe I should give this one early focus. It removes the freeze, but it gives him more damage. No, it doesn't need to freeze. Early focus wouldn't do anything. I don't need it for damage. Okay. Let's just see what else it suggests. I could give it chain, because if it chains, then it applies exposure to multiple people, and it really doesn't matter. Like at that point, it really doesn't matter. I don't really care for its damage all that much. What I do care about: Tempo, Feeding Frenzy, Scatter, Wild Charge. Is that your current setup? I think I'll give it Chain. I think Chain makes sense. I'll give it Chain. Yeah, and Cold Mastery. Yeah, I'm doing something slightly different from that. Or I mean, mine is 6 link because why not? If I waited until I came back from my trip, I'd be spending way more for the Jula Orbs. Or maybe not, I don't know. But I opted for 6 link in it, and because it's 6 link, yeah, I'm gonna scale AoE. I just don't know yet if I want to go Like, I don't know if I want to go double levels for the Frost Mages. Speaking of the Frost Mages, I should increase their levels to 19. That's this guy. What about you? Are you 19? No, you're not. Okay, cool. Now they're 19. We should remove conductivity as well for Frostbite. Doesn't have a good ton of good support. Oh, it does have a lot of good support. That's I'm suffering from decision paralysis here. It's like I have so many things I want to support it with. Like Magnified Effect is taking the back seat for super critical right now. Because at the moment, let me try to calculate their crit chance. Issue single target. Let me see. I want to... Is PoE 2DB back? Please be back. I want to see something. There we go. Skeletal. I think it's 15%, right? That was their base crit, if I remember correctly. 11%? Okay, let's just say it's 11%. 11% plus 10% of Eye of Winter or with critical weakness is 21%. Now, how much percent increased minion damage do I have on the tree? I always forget this number for some reason. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. 120 plus 17 plus 12 plus 15, 20, 16. I have exactly 200% increased crit right now. So that means the 21% becomes 4264. Right? 21 times 3. 63% crit chance. Then I multiply this by 0.8 because super crit reduces that. 50%. So I lose 13% crit chance, so they crit every second hit. But then they're doing triple damage whenever they do crit. Is that worth it? If let's do the mental math right now, or let's just picture it easily. I'm going to picture it. If they hit 3 times with this, they crit 2 times out of those 3, and with the other one they crit 1. If they hit 4 times, this is 2, the other is 3. So this 2 times is 300% damage each time. So it's like, let's say they're going to do 100 damage, that becomes 300, right? So that'd be, actually no, yeah, so they will be doing 2.5, 3.5. That's the difference. So 2 times out of that will be times 3.5, which would be wait. Yeah, it's times 3.5. So that would be 350, whereas the other one would be doing 250 for 3 hits. So 250 for 3 hits is 750, and then 100, which is 850. Wow, this one is 350, 350. So that is what? 700, and then 100, 100. That would be 800. So is that worth it? Wait, it doesn't sound like it's worth it. Because the first one would do 250 3 times, which would be 750, and then add 100. So it's like 50 more damage. Okay. So I don't think super critical is worth it because their crit is so good. So I think super critical is actually only worth it when you have lower it's worth it when you have lower crit chance, but when you start getting more and more, it's not. Why can I not use magnified effects? Because I'm using it here, right? Yeah, we have to figure out the dogs. links. So yeah, I will ban super critical for now. Or is it because of the 0.5? I mean, let me just do some quick maths again. So if I didn't have any bonus, they would have 100, which would be then 200, so times 3. So then it'd be 300, 300, 300, no, 300, 300. Wait a second. I'm overestimating their crit chance. They have a 2 in 3, not a 3 in 4. They don't have a 3 in 4, they have a 2 in 3. So if they have a 2 in 3 and the other one has a 2 in 4, then this is where math starts coming in. That means I have to use 12 hits as a fair judge of it. So for the first instance, if we're going 12 hits, super critical will crit 6 times out of those 12, and each crit will do 350 times 6 plus 600, which would be the 6 non-crits. Whereas that's 2700, right? Whereas without super critical, they would crit 9 times, but they'd be critting for 250 times 9 plus 300 is 2550. Super critical comes out slightly ahead with it's a slight DPS increase, but it is not 30% more damage, or it's what? This is a difference of, what is this? 250? 150? Yes, 150. It's barely worth the support gem salt. Whereas with magnified effect, we're able to get the overlaps a lot more consistently. So you go frostbite, please. No, it's hypothermia, right? It is now called hypothermia. And then I need to make it level 18. I think magnified is still less than 20%. I plan to get AoE on the tree, and if it's enough, I will leave it at that. But if it is not, then what I want to do actually before I do anything is I want to test out just magnified effects. If I can test out magnified effects, I will see just how big the AoE. It's only 2 link? Holy, okay. We need to do this. Where's hypothermia? Elemental. Surely my Valobs hits home this time. I need them, right? There, the first one got it. The first one wants to be used. 2, 3, 4. Then okay. I need to sell these guys. All right, so I want to test them out with just magnified effect. Then I want to test them out without magnified effect, and I want to see just how big their hitbox is. And I'm not even finished socketing. What is the last support gem I'm going to give my supports, my code exposure Frost Mage? I think I said I was going to give it chain, right? So it applies more exposure. Uh, yeah, this seems about right. We have 11 2. Oh, it has to be bugged or something, right? I think it is bugged. All right, we're going to run the map. I don't know what map yet, but ideally, you can just put exposure on Eye of Winter. I guess I could, but how consistent is it? I don't think my crit chance is all that crazy. Oh, inevitable is not bad. That's not a bad idea. Because it's not a minion skill, so you can use it inevitable. How good is inevitable? Inevitable crit. 25% increase up to 100%. And what is Eye of Winter's base crit chance? 12%, so that's a 24% chance. Do we know if Eye of Winter has a... Do we know if Eye of Winter has a all projectiles crit when it crits, or if it goes off of a each projectile can crit type situation? I think they said it's still all or nothing, right? Which means I'd have to cast 4 times on average, but with Unleash, I cast once, that's 3 casts, and odds are there'd be exposure already, and I can keep this Frost Mage, the support one. I can then keep that one without exposure. I can just apply exposure myself and have one more minion to shoot. I like that idea. And I don't have to worry about my exposure minion being dead and or exposure falling off. And it's in reality, exposure lasts 8 seconds, so I don't need to even worry about that. All right, we're going to do that, but that means I need Eye of Winter to be 4 lengths. Why are Valorbs so expensive? All right, that means same deal. Eye of Winter. Oh god, no. I just made this freaking 18. But that reminds me, I should try to get 14s too. The 14s I'm doing for this. I don't care about its quality because that's proj speed. I'm gonna have to buy more, I'm sure.
I'll be here, waiting.
Please, this should not be an unlucky run. I actually need them to be gem level 14. I still have some exalts, so we have that going for us, which is nice. 10 exalts on them. Why is this not being fulfilled? No successes yet. We try again. Bruh. How many 14s do I have? Oh, they're all 14s. What up, Scriblets? How goes Path? Pretty good. I'm having quite a bit of fun. Minions have, of course, nice. They, of course, have their junk and whatnot, but can't complain. As we get further and further into the season, more and more minions have been proven to be viable. So I can't complain too much. Published my Bone Storm Blood Mage video, feeling hype. Nice, congratulations. That is actually big. I would like it to have Pierce if possible. So, where is my support Frost Mage? Jeez, ooh, strip away. Okay, so I can use this. No, I need inevitable crits. Okay. Yeah, okay. That means no Pierce. Ah. That means clear wise, we're just not going to be using Eye of Winter much. I guess we probably don't even need it. Been a crazy week of content creation. How many videos have you? How many videos have you posted in like since Path of Exile 2 came out? Have you been enjoying it? Don't need Pierce and Eye of Winter. I like Pierce and Eye of Winter because of wave clear basically. That's like the biggest thing for me. Oh wait, I almost forgot. This guy no longer has a reason to be up, and as such, we move everybody what up. Then I'm going to test this. I'm going to see what their AoE looks like. Then I will be respecing some points. I haven't figured out which points I want to respec, but I'm going to be respecing some points. Bruh. It's so that I can fit in these 4. Now, there's a universe where I make myself less tanky because they are freezing everything. But I kind of also don't like that solution. So maybe I make them squishier. Take this point away, so that's 1. This will makes this worth it. But if I take this away, then this is quite a stretch for just this amount of block. So I'm going to leave this here, but I will drop this guy. Are you using Unleash with... Yes, I am. Unleash feels really good, especially because of the fact that critical weakness is so strong. I didn't think it was going to insta-stack... First time I tried it, I didn't think it was going to insta-stack critical weakness. But then once I saw it, I'm like, oh, god damn. Okay, insta-stack... Because like when you compare that to, for example, the Malice Scepter, 'Scepter, 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 So I might end up dropping. This is 6% intelligence. That's actually really strong right now. It's defenses from instacking. Let me guess, your frames just go straight into the toilet the moment you turn on your stream. I can relate to that. I can relate to that. Surely if I remove these 3 nodes, I don't just completely gimp my intelligence or my stats because I have excess stats. I don't need as many. I don't need as much dex anyways. It's up if I see my devices. Sure, I can pull it up. Okay. You want EOA for instant stack, and then Malice keeps them up. You're not running the plus aura nodes for pain offering? Sure. So I'm not running the plus aura nodes because I'm not entirely certain they work for pain offering, because in theory it's an aura and it should work. But the thing is the spike that releases the aura is a minion. So it could work, but I'm leaning on I'm hesitant to believe it does for pain offering specifically. Now it probably helps in some way for Malice. For Malice, for discipline, any other aura you may be using. Or 62 ints. So you have 3000 mana and 5000 ES. Ooh. Nice defenses. I do need to cap my res as well. The fact that you have more spirit than I do and I'm an Infernalist says a lot. I thought I heard messages. I need to step up my spirit game.
Must keep calculating.
Oh, you're using Oaksworn? Yeah, Oaksworn can get decent block. I thought about Oaksworn for a bit. Now that res is a lot easier, I would just need to replace. No, I think I prefer the idea of a red shield though, because my shield is really nice. I've been running a tanky armor build, but I want to run ES. I don't think it's possible to survive with 1 plus Scepter, but I really want to. Yeah, I mean, I feel I can definitely relate to that. I personally want to try the is it the mace that has +3 to minion levels, and then use my Scepter offhand for +4, because that means, because like mages scale insanely well with levels, and just supercharging 3 levels is wild. But like it's gonna be so squishy. It's gonna be so freaking squishy. Like I go into a map with 75 block, and because of the fact that PoE2 actually you hear you're blocking, I can tell just how much weight that shit is pulling, right? And they probably even added an interval to the sound, so you don't just get spammed by the sound, and so it's not too annoying. But then it's like, so it's probably even pulling more work than what I'm hearing, but what I'm hearing already sounds like it's doing a lot. So like I can't imagine going, but probably crazy if you have mirror tier gear. Yeah, like if you can supercharge your ES to where you don't need block and you're just like going off of Green Feast, it could be very worthwhile. But other than that, man, you would be shooting yourself in the foot. Oh, I know. I feel like they're going to remove the overflow from Grim Feast. Like genuinely, I think that's what's gonna happen. Because like without, I guess it does produce a really high amount of like, it produces a really high amount of a really high amount of ES reach generation per stack, but because it's a 50% chance, that could also be how they do it. But you never know. They could also just make it so minions cannot generate it. So because that could also be hard to balance. If they remove that, then you're entirely relying on enemies dying, which means in a single target environment, you're not using it. So then it doesn't really help you pass, you know, when you first get into the boss arena. How are they so chilled? What's happening here? I don't think sound has loaded quite well. Okay, so these guys have Arcane Tempo, right? They have Scatter Shot though, and they're chilled. The chill is what is throwing me off. I think I need more attack cast speed. I think I genuinely need more attack cast speed for them. They're doing decent damage, but like if there's a haste scepter, they'll be insane. Yeah. They're doing good damage. I'll say that much. Really good damage. Oh wait, I should turn this off. Also, this is not the best map. If I go magnified effects, they have enough what do you call it? Overlap.
I am the apex.
Am I using minion attack button? No, I am not. Like half of them are not attacking. Storm mages actually don't mind this layout because their projectiles just chain.
Another corpse to serve me.
But like with this, okay. Yeah. Can you send them forward with minion attack button? Yes, I can, but their AI is not the best at it, so they could easily get body blocked. But like here is much wider, so I think this should be easier to deal with. Actually, you know what's going on? This is what's going on. They are only walking forward enough to hit, and so like a large chunk of them are not actually hitting. So this is not the best map to, you know, test this. Unless I'm using these weapon swap convocates. Which I probably should. I probably want to give them more. Everything is insta frozen, which is good. A very nice defensive layer, but I think attack cast speed everywhere it can fit will be helpful. That said, there aren't really more sources of attack cast speed on the tree, so it would have to be a dual angle. But then I'd have less crit damage than I currently do.
What a delightfully sacrilegious creature.
Their range is also not far away enough to where I think they are completely safe from being impaled by...
Now.
I forgot to add this to my bar. Okay, now we should be actually doing decent damage. Because now we have exposure. And it doesn't help that he had elemental resistance aura.
I suggest you own one of those someday.
I have to redo that. So I trolled my testing because can I trade you an item for you to test Bone Offering? Sure, what item is that? With the maze that makes Pain Offering buff you? Sure. What? I don't know if I have the item. The Choba Cheba. Oh, that one. I have dropped it. I'm just not sure I picked it up. But sure. Requires 76 strength. I have 92. After this map, I'll try it. What do you want to see? What's the idea with Choba Cheba? Oh, I have a shrine. So, one thing I want to see about this is I want to see if just how many status effects the boss had by the end of it. Was he perma shocked? Was like, I want to know if that, like, I would assume he was, because the 5-link lightning mage. Yeah, 35% shock. Where is it? He's chilled. He is exposed. He's shocked now. And the shock should basically stay for a while. But was it? He leaped and I think the shock left. So the shock is there for most of it, I think. Yeah, and so long as he's close to my doggo, it stays. But then every once in a while, that's actually what I wanted to know. And then when I started using this, I started getting exposure, right? Where's the exposure? There. Okay, cool. All right, fair. What did I miss? Is this still worth only 2 divines? Wolf Exalts, trade. Bruh. What are you doing? Okay. Thank you. Do you know if life gained on kill is applied as life regen? Nah. It's flat life, so it's doesn't get affected by regen modifiers as far as I know. It's just instant. I need to go see Chaos is the only thing that fucks me. Yeah, Chaos is kind of rough. But how does Chaos screw you over? Is it because it empties your mana or what? Extra lightning mana intelligence, yada yada. Hundreds is those guys. Everyone's favorite mob. Yeah, those guys are, and they hit very fast. It's not like it's one big hit. It's just many small hits. I wish there was a way to increase cast speed further for these guys, like aside jewels, because like jewels are fine, but it will only increase so much. Like 4% times, well, I guess if you get 4% and you get like 5 of them, you get 20%. But like, and then offering gives like 40-something%. So yeah, haste would be a godsend in the current state of the game for minions, because like same thing with storm mages. They have this. I would have loved to give them more cast speed, because I find they attacked decent, like quick enough at least. And the faster you got them to attack, the better their clear felt. Not even because of like higher DPS, but just because they have a slightly less time between when they aggro, when they stop, and when they actually do damage. Now it got better as I got more damage, because all it meant was that it just meant that I guess with magnified effect I don't even need to worry about AoE on the tree, because it looks like this is more than enough overlap. Yeah, this is more than enough overlap. And if I think about support gems specifically,
Now. Death is my power to wield. A gift from fate.
so as I was saying about cast speed, there's just that delay between when you see a mob, when your minions actually start hitting that. Especially, and it was kind of obvious with the storm mages, but it's especially obvious with these guys who have to basically channel a Kamehameha before they throw a projectile.
Until next time.
I don't know what their solution for it is going to be. Obviously, reducing the cast time for storm mages would instantly fix this issue, but
Until next time.
is that really the only solution? Like, just treat each minion differently? Oh yeah, so it is 2 divines. Let's put my T15s in here. Oh, I'm out of T15s. All right, never mind. Let's try not to do a shield ground, shall we? I have exalts. I want this 20 for 24. 23. Oh, nice. We got another 16. All right, let's try to find a map that has a decent layout for testing. Sandspit is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Shock ground as well just means that's not shield ground. So right now they have a 64% crit chance. Let's see if I want to replace that. If I want to replace that with super crits and get 50% it down to 50%. But also, that is only valid when I'm using Winter Orb. I don't know why all of a sudden. Maybe it's because I'm actually watching for the damage and everything now, but I'm forgetting to use I keep calling Winter Orb, by the way. Eye of Winter. I need to remember to actually use it, otherwise I'm trolling my own damage. So in open layouts, they are a lot more fine for wave clear. We could even use leverage on them, now that I think about it. If we pair leverage with super crits, it would mean they get 50% increased. 50% increase critical hit chance, and they're basically, I want to say perma freezing, but that's not a problem. The problem is the cast speed. I also don't like that offering basically is ignoring what I'm saying and impaling whatever the fuck it wants to. Okay, good, finally. They have enough damage where I'm having issues trying to figure out like where rare monsters are. Like everything is just dying, right? Like there, I didn't want to use it on them. I pointed at these guys. But I think I have enough frost mages to where it doesn't matter too much. Like if I go from 12 to 10, yeah. Everything is blowing up. I need I need a boss. I need a boss. This is mandatory. Is there anything that gives increased quantity of rarity? So this guy.
I wonder what you'll unearth.
Going to stay away from hits always crits, even though I don't think I care too much. But simply because your minions can't really do much damage while dead, I will choose peace.
I wonder what you'll unearth.
Now!
It is a very comfortable build. Like, because everything, they have so much CC, I don't have to really think about moving. Whereas with Storm Mages, I do have to dance around a lot. Okay, so what we're going to also do now... Nah, never mind. I was thinking about trying to use Proc Speed to see how it affects their clear, and that could be decent. That think. It could be decent, honestly. But here's the downside of that. I'm wondering why Spell Echo sucks. Does this Spell Echo give less cast speed? So the less cast speed would apply to them, but they don't get to echo their hits, because as far as I know, it wouldn't affect this. I don't think it would. I think it would affect only the active you use with that ability. So you're reducing their cast speed for free, I think, is what Spell Echo is doing. I'll have to read the gem though. Honestly, once you have Pain Offering down, it's not an issue. But the problem is, when you have Pain Offering is on single target and you're needing cast speed while clearing. So maybe it's just a case of every single pack you just drop Pain Offering. I think that's it. You just kind of have to drop Pain Offering. You don't need the damage of all your minions being up. So you just drop Pain Offering and you let them go out. It's going to be the first time I've had to like spam Pain Offering this much. And it's you know, it's a bit of a pain, no pun intended, when Pain Offering removes your life. But yeah, I think we clear is 100% the play is to just use Pain Offering. Because the cast speed is just too good for clear. Where did lightning come from? Lightning struck me for some, like, somehow. Not sure how. Okay.
I speak.
Mana rarity chaos res. There isn't a bad mod there.
Time is not on our side.
This is irradiated, so you can go there. I might have to stop taking irradiated drops. I forget what they're called. Why do people always try to price 1D 20x and 1D 30x? Like, it's kind of non-negotiable, my dude. So I'm using the exact price. Going for 2. Okay, so where were we? I said I was gonna look at spell echo, right? Okay. Spell echo. So the reason spell echo casts, or the reason spell echo feels as bad as it is, or as bad as or worse than PoE 1, is I think in PoE 1 you get more cast speed with spell echo, and then you get the echo or something like that. Whereas now you're getting less cast speed on top of the less cast speed from what's it called? From scatter shots. That means you have like very slow cast speed, and they already have cast like slow cast speed base. So if you're wondering why, that's probably why it feels bad. Now it says support skills that affects an area around you or a target location. The echo changing the effects. I just suspect that you can't use this for minion skills. You can use it for the active, so it will let you socket it. But I don't know that it would work for their auto attacks. And I can't test it with storm mages because they don't have an AoE tag around their active. What they do actually, so they can socket it. So maybe I can. I don't know. Also, wait. Spell echo also looks like it's very different here, because if you look at the description, it says it's the echo causing the effects to happen again after a short delay. So not only is it in PoE 2, it makes you do the attack twice, but in this one, I think it just does the explosion twice. So if I were to get spell echo, which I might have, and I had to put it here, and I'm to do this. That is not inherently bad. So if it were to attack their basic attacks, what would happen? If it affects their basic attacks, their ice shards, they would throw the attack a lot slower, then that damage would happen again at the... Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. Unless it shoots the projectile again, it doesn't make sense. Unless the damage, the AoE does its thing again, which I doubt it. Let's see. I have only 8 monsters left. Can we find a decent layout besides this? I don't give them more monster life yet because that would skew my testing. So let's see. So yeah, it's not repeating. Like look at your AoEs. The AoEs are only happening once. So yeah, it's not working with their basic attacks. So it's only working on their active, not their basic. Yeah, it is. It's quite dumb.
Out of mana.
The wave clef actually feels very good,
I need more mana.
bruh. The wave clef feels very good in open areas, but it's going to feel much worse in closed areas than like storm mages. That's like one of the bigger downsides I am seeing. So like if I touch this breach, you're not touching the breach. Why is this? How did I manage to bug them? Is it by switching the numbers or their links? Like wave clear wise, this feels comfortable.
None can oppose me. I need more time.
Are we out of monster spawning? We run out of monster spawning? That is interesting. That was a very interesting development. I mean, there's no way I'm going to hop across the map to get to the second area in time. But yeah, wave flare is so good. Okay. What can we do to help this aside just straight up using pain offering every single? Do we have any way to give them more cast speed? Our weapon can give them cast speed, but we can't keep changing weapons specifically for the build, so that is not an option.
All part of my plan.
Wait, question about crits and Eye of Winter. Do you think Unleash, the extra cast you get from Unleash, also fall under the all or nothing? Like if the first one wasn't, then all three would not? Or do you think they go under they're all individual casts, therefore each individual one can crit? Like the actual eyes when you independent. I'm inclined to believe so as well. I'll have to find a rare to test this, you know, theory. There. So if I just wait 4 seconds. Can't really see much. That's exposure. I don't think that one had a crit. That one has exposure. Now among the three, there was nothing. You know, I'm beginning to suspect the Unleash trolls themselves are like... It could just be bad RNG. It could be bad RNG. Or maybe I'm not waiting long enough. But like if you have a 3 in 4 chance... If you have a 1 in 4 chance and you're throwing 3 projectiles, then you should be seeing more exposure hits than not.
Death is my power to wield.
Okay. I'm just going to look at support gems. I'm going to see what I can potentially do. Otherwise, these guys, much like the Reavers, are being handicapped by what do you call it? Body blocking. Is it okay that they are handicapped by body blocking is the question. Do I have any more easy access bosses? There's this guy. I already did these two. I already beat the count. It's very comfortable. Like, it's a kind of build I really don't mind playing on my Steam Deck, because I don't think there's much that can happen that would cause me to die. But you're going to lose so much damage on narrow layouts like Seepage, or is it Decay? And I'm not one to even look at the layout before I go in, so you know, to a degree, of course, that's a skill issue, but like, I want to be able to play everything. So with that in mind, what are we gonna do about it? If we make storm mages and frost mages together, we're going to end up in a situation where in tight maps, storm mages could, if they happen to be in front, they could block the frost mages from attacking because they have such a longer range, whereas you'd want the frost mages to be in front at all times because shorter range, you know. But that is the current situation of their AI. Let's give them more life and see. This is still sand spit, I think. Or it's bloodwood, never mind. It's still an outside layout, except those bridges, but the bridges are not a problem, I don't think. Oh, it's this layout. It's not bad, not the best either.
I can create better. Out of mana.
My dude is cold resistant, but he has all the debuffs on the planets. What is the best solution? Proc speed does not help their AI. Even if their projectiles go further, it's not going to help their AI. And that's assuming it goes further, which I wanted to test, by the way. But,
It's about time.
Hello there.
okay, we've gotten this. Next up, we get this. Then we get damage from hits is a big downside, so maybe we avoid that one. Then get this. Is there anything we missed? Basically, no. We got everything. It's a small expedition then. Right on top of Rogue, I guess.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Now.
Thank you.
Ooh, 2 logbooks from this map. Okay, so I'm going to need to figure out a way to overhaul their cast speed, and the only thing that comes to mind, honestly, is jewels. And I don't know how I can supercharge their cast speed with jewels. Like, I can give them like 20% extra, and that would be nice. But like, it's either jewels or pain offering, and if it's pain offering, pain offering is a minion skill, right? It's a minion skill. That means we can't auto trigger it, and I mean, I don't know if we would want to auto trigger it either. Single target, this should be better than Storm Mages, I think, though. Potentially, at least. Because of all the overlaps and all the overlaps and all the debuffs that they can be afflicted by, the higher critical strike chance, all of that. Why give them such a bad cast time, though? That is like what I'm not understanding. Like, a cast time is 1.25 seconds versus, maybe they wanted them to feel different. Wait, they have the same cast time as, there is no shot they have the same cast time as skeleton, as Storm Mages. No freaking, no shots. This is the same cast time. With this Kamehameha channel attack animation, it's not possible. Maybe what I'm feeling is the difference between arc being arc and projectiles having to travel. But like, I'm watching when it leaves their hand, and like, there's no way it is the same cast speed. And I didn't feel the need to spam offerings with Storm Mages.
Now. None can oppose me. Too soon.
What I'm going to do, there might be a different solution to this. That solution might be replacing magnified effect with something else and going AoE on the tree, so that they one-shot white mobs potentially, like Feeding Frenzy or super crits. I'm leaning more towards Feeding Frenzy because like they're not taking damage regardless, so. But on the bright side, I don't even feel the need to use my mouse here. I just need to put my mouse close to me and then just press offering. Well, in this case, it bit me in the butt because they're just getting blocked by offering.
I hate to destroy beauty.
Okay, we're just going to do it to do a temporary respec. and see.
Speak.
How can I...
This is 20, 40, 50. 70% increase AoE, which compared to... Oh, I don't have enough ints. Yeah, I don't have enough ints. Yeah. It really should tell you don't have enough ints on that screen.
What is it?
Alright, what do you have? Mana, ES, Fizz. ES, ES. Is this triple ES? Oh shit, it is. This is actually big.
I'll be here. Waiting.
Hmm. I'll keep this for myself, to be honest, for now. And then I said I was going to try Feeding Frenzy in place of Magnified Effect. What is 40% more AoE? This is 1.2 times 1.4. It's about 60%. So it's about, we have about the same AoE as we just lost. Yeah, so we should have roughly the same AoE. Yeah. We should have roughly the same AoE as before.
Now! None can oppose me.
Now let's try overkill AoE and see what that looks like. Yeah, that AoE is very overkill. But I think now the smallest sizes are still going to get overlapped. So, you know, there's at least that.
I need more mana. All part of my plan.
Let's see how fast they attack without scatter shots. Oh, there's only 5. I guess I have to leave this map. I want to see how fast they attack. Because while the chance is very low that anything... Wait. The chance is very low that I do anything... +4. Nah. The chance is very low that I do anything without scatter shots. I kind of just want to see how much of an impact this 20% less cast speed is applying. I assume it's basically cancelling out arcane. You know what? Scatter shot is probably the reason I feel the way I do about their cast speeds between the skeletons, the storm mage and the frost mage. Because of the 20% less from there, it almost effectively cancels out the, because like if I do this, let's say we have a value 1 and you apply 25% more multiplier on it. You have 25% more, but then apply a 20% less modifier on it. You have basically back to base value, so 25% more is cancelled out by 20% less. So I assume now they're going to have cast speed similar to the storm mages, because the storm mages did not need... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now that I actually know that, it makes a whole lot more sense. Makes a whole lot more sense as to why I feel the difference between the two mage types when they have the same base cast speed. And without scatter shots, for good reason, they aren't freezing as much. They're just hitting less, you know. Less shotgun in and all of that. What am I doing? I have no reason to pick these up. Immune to cold, obviously we're not touching that. Immune to... Oh geez, they're both immune to cold? This logbook has it out for me. I say this logbook rather. This expedition. Okay, we have that.
Seems risky.
Can I get these two? Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go.
Stay safe.
Okay. Honestly, I think I'm fine with the state they are at. And the reason I think I'm fine is because of how much effect I've given my pain offering. I think every pack you have to just dump pain offering. It doesn't matter who exactly you're sacrificing, so long as you dump it. Like obviously at lower damage points it does, but where the amount of damage I currently have, it doesn't matter. Who keeps striking me with lightning? What the hell is that? Is that just like, is that a nearby monster or something? Has to be, right? And one thing with these guys is they aren't going to get overwhelmed. That's the really good part. They're not going to get overwhelmed. The downside is, wait, is my offering? Oh, nice. My offering isn't. It's not corrupted, which means I can give it quality. So the extra range would be huge. Ow.
One divine trade, my first one.
Congrats. What did you buy?
I'm selling.
Ooh.
It's my chest from my last character. I mean, it's pretty much Biss.
I mean, that's big profits, isn't it? You probably got it cheaper.
How much are the buns on it?
81.
Definitely cost me around that in Exile at the time, because it was the only one up. The only other one was like 300x.
I need more time.
Okay. Clear speed wise, I'm fine with what they look like, except in tight spaces, because like in all these testing, it's not been in tight corridors. What is there any tight corridors? Yeah, there's seepage right there staring at me.
Seepage, Mire.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I had one. I'm going to do that now and attack speed, lightning. So why do some stats specify physical damage with leech and then others are just like leech?
Or
If it's
do you
only
see just leech?
on the ascendance, is it not just leech?
They don't tell you to leech, they just alter how your leech works. Mana leech is instant, doesn't mean you have mana leech.
Doesn't it say something about ES leech before that or something like that?
I don't think so.
What is the node leading up to mana leech?
I have no idea.
I feel like it's the flame one, and the flame one says leech or something. I don't remember.
The flame gives you a certain percentage of leech when you pick up the flames, yes. I mean, we can check.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Okay. You know, I could have just done a tower if I'm needed to see tight layouts, but I'm not doing towers without convocation or without convocation swap. The pressure they also give my code mages also relieve from my storm from my clerics is insane.
Now.
Everything's just frozen, especially when you have this much overlap with their projectiles. I basically permafroze Candlemas when I ran into him. Well, not permafreezing because of the new changes to freeze.
Holy, one phase count is melee. GG's.
One what?
One phase the count. Act 1 final boss.
Oh. Oh, okay. Congrats. GG. But I mean, are you twinking? Yes. One big advantage these guys have, 100%, like it's obvious to see, is
A little bit.
they have smaller body sizes. Like their model size is much smaller. They're not lugging around huge.
Surely I'm not twinking, right?
Lol. That's a few to you.
It wasn't free though.
Isn't that a testament to the situation, the melee situation that we need to talk about?
I also just like dodge like, you know, ad phase really well. Cause okay, that earthquake is nice for ad phase because I place that thing when it starts to know at least at some point.
Yeah, 2 to 3
really
business
down
days
bad.
later, it will be there
They
to
won't
save
be
you.
killed, but they will be stunned for bone shatter.
Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought for tight corners. That one map with the pillars is just exceptionally bad. But then again, I think with the amount of AoE I now have, I'm having a lot more overlap than when I ran that map. So each mage is pumping more damage than back then. Why did I throw Bone Offering and nothing got impaled?
I don't understand Perfect Strike.
You have to time it.
I don't know what the timing is. Is this when the weapon glows?
Probably. I mean, what else would it be? Weapon doesn't typically glow. Or does it? Treat it like Deadlock, Perfect Reload or whatever it's called.
I knew you were going to say something on serious when you said it. Indian players just don't take life seriously. That's the truth. Just carrying them.
Hey, at least we have it better than melee. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so I am definitely not going to make a guide on this.
Why not? They're bad.
They're not bad. They're actually doing pretty decent, but they have their drawbacks, and I would like to give it more thoughts before making a guide. Like I could, like what I have currently, like you could literally just plug and play the, well, not plug and play, but you can switch from storm mages to this very seamlessly. These guys scale better with crits. They have pretty good overlap, yada yada. It's good. However, they have some obvious downsides as well, because they're using scatter shots with their spells versus, you know, storm mages that didn't use this. They have a 20% less cast speed, so it feels like they're taking longer to cast because they are casting at their base cast speed, because 20% less counters 25% more perfectly. So it's like they're literally casting at their base cast speed. Whereas with the storm mages, they had extra cast speed coming from Arcane Temple. Then these guys, another advantage of these guys is perma freezes. They are freezing everything, including bosses, so like it's a lot safer, it's a lot you know, in that regard. But and their model size is smaller, so in tight hallways they're not going to get stuck as much. They are actually, and because they are kind of short ranged, they also don't despawn as frequently as some of the other minions, i.e. storm mages or even warriors, to be honest. But
Wait,
again,
why don't they despawn?
Because they don't get stuck as much, and as such they are following you, and because of their short range they are not that far behind you either. Makes sense?
Yeah.
A gift.
So now again, so that is also another advantage you have going for them. But that clear speed, the solution I have found for it is spamming Pain Offering on cooldown, basically. Because right now with Pain Offering, with the current setup I have it so it's giving them 40% increase of cast speed, which is doing a whole lot of carrying for clear speed. But if you don't place that correctly, you're just going to end up in a situation where you block your minions from even accessing the targets, because they have very short range, like their range is actually quite short. You also end up like between my version of the build, you also end up just squishier, because I'll probably end up taking points from defenses to put into the AoE that is needed for them. I'm not yet decided. If, where is this? I'm not yet decided on if they need the AoE on the tree, or if I can just remain as tanky as I am. But I think the AoE feels good to have. I also think they would have different priorities in terms of gems, like jewels. They would probably want to prioritize cast speed over like crit damage, or maybe some crit chance. I don't know. Like I'd say crit chance is probably better to prioritize over crit damage right now, because right now I think I have them with like a 63% crit chance, something along those lines. So it works. It works. However, it would feel better if they had better cast speed. Maybe it's I can't give them my amulet though. I thought maybe I give them my amulet and I give them put cast speed on it. But I don't know if you can roll cast speed, and I don't want to give them my amulet. They're free to call me a stingy summoner all they want. It is not happening. What else am I thinking about? Let me look at support gems. Let me just glance at everything. As far as I know, there's nothing else that increases cast speed. Absolutely nothing else that I can give them. Oh, sure. This is pretty good, yes, and double lightning as well. Or double res. Is there a universe my shit is actually worth? This is full though. I'll put it up for maybe 20 exalts. See if someone pings me in the next like hour or something. I don't know if I'll still be showing in the next hour. I doubt I will. We'll see. Depends on if I'm done testing or not. I don't think I'm fully done yet, but I think I'm getting there.
On with the work.
I was gonna look at support gems, right? Let's look at cross mages. Can I invite this guy? Is there a reason two people just try to trade me for the thing? Am I cheating myself? 1978. Where were we? What if I removed a minion level, as crazy as that sounds, for feeding frenzy because nothing is getting to them regardless? Hmm. Did it show me? Okay. It looks like I was looking at the wrong skill, question mark, because it had fire mastery. I guess I should also try wild shards while I'm at it. With all the AoE we currently have, it'd be a shame to not see wild shards, what wild shards looks like. Because like I've used wild shards before on them, and it's decent. I will take off minion mastery because I want to put it where. Not there.
Time to consume.
Okay, we'll see. We're done with C page, right? Can we find a boss note, please? Backwash is so far. Sump, sand spits, lots of hive. Oh, decay. I think decay is tight too, so we should try that one. Imagine you're trying to corrupt an item and you accidentally right click, or corrupt maps and then you accidentally right click divine orbs. Lordwood is open, C page is closed. Hidden Grotto, I think, is... How is Hidden Grotto? Savannah is open AF. Is there really no boss node I'm like right beside? Have I really done them all? Surely not. I guess I might have already. Oh, there's this one. And it's decay. Okay, good. We can do that. One thing I'm also finding out in this... with this version of the build, maybe it's because I'm testing or whatever, I never used to miss a beat when it comes to using Eye of Winter or my offering or curse, but for some reason, maybe it's because things are dying too quick, but like I can't apply everything.
Obey me.
These dudes that throw mines or traps. God, I can't wait. Because they're hitting me so hard, I better hit that hard.
You
I
mean
gotta hit
act,
that hard.
you mean the act 2 people?
Yeah, on the quarry.
Yeah, those guys are.
Please give me mines. Traps.
You say he can't wait.
Gunning to him.
Lol.
It's about
Triple exalts. Like, I think the wild shards, the fact that they're all hitting as as fast as they potentially can. Okay. Oh, that's not mine. Nah. I don't think it's worth it. That said, I will remove that for feeding frenzy and see. Like, their biggest strength is being able to focus on, I guess, targets, and wild charge seems like it's taking up an entire support gem. And not only is it taking up an entire support gem, it is a 20% chance to miss like 7 projectiles. I can't think of a single target that'll get hit by more than the base projectiles that are thrown. In a clear situation, maybe. Maybe. Yo, did you know? I'm just saying this now. That the Ether World Orb in this game, like Imperial 2, is considered a being. Because it just dropped me a remnant after I killed its owner.
It's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that is news to me. Can I do this? I can go for that guy, but then I miss that guy. Then I can pick up this guy here. Hey Min, what up? Yeah, I recognize your username. My scepter? Sure. 70% spirit, increased crit, increased damage, +4. It's a pretty good scepter. And I specifically went for Rattling because I wanted to have skeletal warrior minions that I would use for offering. However, I can say after playing with this for a bit that having Dance Macabre on your offering, it's going to pick whoever it wants to pick. Like it's going to you can aim on the melees and to pick the melee and then anything else. Even if the melee is like right beside it, like nah.
ready. Now. More mana.
I didn't get that. Sad. This is every single expedition map I have run in the past 3 maps has given me a logbook or 2. That's some insane RNG. And I've been dropping a lot from the chest as well. What are you up to, Min? What build have you been playing with lately? Who is the rare? Surely it's not someone. Oh, it's you. I think this area has a boss, thankfully, so I can actually test my DPS against a... This is a tier 16 boss. I'm just not realizing we went up a tier, so that's good. Playing Arsonist right now. I'm in the market for a new scepter with cast speed so I can try Storm Mages. I might have a scepter for you, assuming you're looking for a +4 scepter. I could go to base and show you. Let me look for it. It's the Omen scepter I was using before I switched to the Rattling. Can I remember where it's at? I think it's this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. The spirit is not 70%, it's 57, but it's malice and it has crit damage. It doesn't have cast speed, so never mind. I already saw the cast speed one. Yeah, it doesn't have cast speed. I had a cast speed one. Nah. Nope. Nope. Nope.
I'll be here, waiting.
Why does this Kayuli guy sound so... I don't want to say menacing, but like my guy is always like, I'll be here. And then he delays his waiting. Like he's threatening you or something. Think I have Winter solves crit already? Yeah. I have Winter does a really good job with crits. The only advantage I would say like Malice has in terms of having the scepter is it makes it so that
Obey me.
what do you call it? It makes it so that you don't have to spend mana to upkeep Malice in a prolonged or drawn out fight, like against the Sanctum 4 boss. Because you're not going to blow him up. But there's a limit to how fast you can blow him up. So it is typically a long extended fight where your buffs are not... What is pushing me that much?
Out of mana. Give my power to wield.
I think that's the problem. I think I'm actually suffering from success here. Because I'm trying to get all these buffs on an enemy to see just how fast they delete. But like, I'm deleting them before I can get all the debuffs on. Which is a good thing. It really is. I found one scepter I want, but let me bargain and see because its price is high for you. Yeah, go for it. I don't like that this map has chilled ground. It's not gonna help me evaluate DPS. Okay. That's kind of a bit strong. Not gonna lie.
A gift from fate.
Did the curse fall is my question now. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Honestly, if the curse fell, so he's cursed. Like he just has too many debuffs. I'm like, I can't. I don't know what to focus on. This is the curse. I couldn't find it. It took. The curse is still there, so it was there all through the fight. No debuffs fell. They call me the Lord of Debuffs because, like, god damn, what is this? Critical weakness, wither. Why do we have wither? I took out the wither. No, did I not? Wait. Oh, this is the wither. No, not this. Okay, so now we have wither. Okay. So critical weakness, wither, discombobulates, exposure, maim, curse, shock, chill, and then freeze. Did he get star frozen, by the way? Yes, he was. So wait, okay. Arkin, are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how they are preventing chain CC from bosses?
How?
Do you know how? Like, that's the question.
Talking about like cold?
Yeah.
After the first freeze, it was in the patch notes. Something about less like base, less freeze build-up chance that'll scale up back up over time.
Okay.
It's in the patch notes.
Yeah, I'll try to find these patch notes.
If you look up, like, I know they said freeze build-up.
I think this is it. No, this is the summary, the summarized one. These are the patch notes. It is now more difficult to chain freeze enemies by reducing the amount of freeze buildup applied after a freeze has been applied. They didn't give details on it, but that's about it. All right. I mean, in that case, what the hell was that? I was thinking, and I know I probably shouldn't, but I was thinking, and I came up with this, and it might be a bad idea, and it probably is to a degree, because, you know, It probably is a bad idea, but using leverage would give them free 50% increased crit chance when their enemy is frozen. And if I were to give them 50% increased freeze chance from, I think I'm currently at 200, that would mean 21 times, that'd be 2.5% increased crit chance. That'd be 3.5. Whenever the enemy is frozen, they'd have a 73% crit chance. Coupled with the overlaps and everything else, could be big damage. Could be. That was me testing what's Feeding Frenzy, right? Let's try that. The only problem is it's against immobilized enemies, so I potentially need a way to apply other immobilizations. I guess there is a solution technically, and that solution comes in the form of how good is your stun build up? Okay, so the boss fight starts. He's frozen. By the time he's done, he is stunned. And then by the time that is done, I think he'll get frozen again. Okay. Okay, I think it's fine. I think single targets, they should be able to chain freeze into stun into freeze. Is there any build that uses a one-handed mace that you know of?
Time is not on our side.
What is the worst map I can think of for them? Oh, I know just the map. I know just the map. Where are you at? This one. This is the map. Lost Towers. The absolute worst map for minions. And the most common.
Oh, I just learned that you can 3-to-1 ultimatum soul cores,
Oh.
and they seem to not respect the weightings. So you know how the final boss can drop the max res ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 3-to-1 system actually doesn't super care about the ones you put in having to respect that.
The people are spamming it for... So all the circles are getting more expensive?
No, I just heard someone like Alkaiser. I don't know if it's more expensive or not.
Now! None can oppose
I just wasted XP, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh god.
Feast on flesh.
That's on me. I didn't do that. I did not do what I should have. As well as this. I shouldn't have even tried. Like, genuinely. Yeah, I trolled hard.
Do you think the hammer zealot dudes would be cool specters?
Hammer Zealots? The Lost Men?
Yeah, the Lost Man.
No. Cooldowns.
How bad is the CD? I mean, they have cool auto attacks too, though.
Probably like 8 seconds or 12. I don't remember exactly right now. But it's a long
monsters
CD.
typically have like a standard number for cooldowns. You could just assume it's either like one of 3 numbers or something.
8 or 12. For like them, it's 8 or 12. They typically wouldn't go beyond, like, they wouldn't go more than 12 seconds. But they also wouldn't go, like, they wouldn't make it free. They wouldn't make it as low as 4, sadly. And 4 is already high, you know, so with all the cooldown support we have, you can maybe get that down to, well, it depends on if we can get cooldown recovery on jewels, which I think we might be able to. If we can,
Another corpse to serve me.
let me think. Base though, we can get like 50% cooldown recovery, support gem, and what's it called? True support gem paired with skill tree. So you can get that down to like 6 seconds if it's 8, I guess. It feels satisfying going into a room in the tower, summoning all your frost mages, and just seeing like everything shatter, because they would all attack, like, they are spread out enough to where they attack different enemies, and their AoEs are big enough to where like there's a shit ton of overlap, so everything just gets insta frozen and everything just blows up pretty much. They are objectively worse than storm mages in towers though. Not even close. Because storm mages chain, right? So they just, all they need is to hit one person and 3 people are taking damage. Whereas these guys have projectiles so they can hit walls and all of that, and you're then at the mercy of like AI and targeting and all of these things. And honestly, running I don't need to run clerics really. We code mages because they're just freezing. Like, I do have to run some clerics, but not, I'm not pressured into running 4, so I should probably reduce that number so I can fit in 1 more code mage. So yeah, 3 to 13 is probably fine. What is this? It looks like a bunker. Nothing in the fog suggests Citadel though. Taj. Alright, we're going to do Bloodwood and then we might call it there for the stream.
Yes.
I will consider making a guide for it,
On with the work.
but no promises. So far they feel decent. At the very least, they have clear-cut advantages over Storm Mages, and they have clear-cut disadvantages as well. I will also have to rethink the skill tree to potentially keep my energy shield points. Like these 3 points I had, I would like to rethink the tree to keep these. But there's nothing I can give up without making them squishier, which I guess I could. Could drop this node here for 1 point. And I mean, in the final build, I'm level 92. In the final build, they don't have to be... What's it called?
Now.
In the final build, honestly, don't like making skill trees for that many levels because not many people can get there to even begin with. Like out of my 6 days of playtime, I'm level 92. I think that's wild, to be honest, especially with how few times, like, slash deaths. I've died 75 times on this character in its entirety. Wait a second. Okay. I also want to drop gem cutters prisms on my pain offering so that it goes further. Good luck outrunning the radius now. 8.4 meters is so wide, and then I have 50%. I have extra area on top of that. They still have it here from there. Oh wow. Did you know if you throw a projectile on shocked ground, it picks up lightning?
I didn't know that.
Same as on burning ground, basically.
Death is my power to wield. Obey me.
As much as leverage feels like it's not bad, I do think I do not like it. So we're going to drop leverage for minion mastery. Oh, it's already bugged. I might as well use Convocation then, if it's already bugged.
A lovely creature.
Is this better than Storm Mages? I would say they both have their strengths. Single targets, I think these guys should outperform the Storm Mages, but I think in wave clear the Storm Mages would outperform them by quite a bit as well. So I guess that is the biggest TLDR I can give you. This is obvious. This is safer though, because even in clearing, you just have permanently frozen enemies. Like, this is how the breach is going to look like. It's actually pretty good wave clear, don't get me wrong, but you have all these frozen enemies, so you really don't have to sweat dying. Like, I can actually just stand still. But I am also a tanky character, don't get me wrong. Like, I have other defensive layers, but having extra freezes. Do you have the same passive skills? More or less. I switched some points here I had here and one like here for these 4 nodes because they need AoE. But for you can kind of switch back and forth between them so long as you have both gems and, you know, your link situation is similar and all of that. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I thought this wasn't done. But yeah, their skill trees are very similar. One just needs AoE, the other doesn't. So these guys clear slower but have freeze and single target. I think it is especially noticeable in thinner maps where not every minion has access to hits, because the Storm Mages, I mean, they have really high damage, but not only that, they have really high damage when you scale them, that is. But not only that, they hit 3 enemies at the same time without any penalties, whereas they require scatter shot to wave clear, and because they need scatter shots, they have less cast speed, which, well, as you can see, they have really good single target. But with scatter shot, it reduces their cast speed and reduces their damage by a small amount. So if you're just walking with them, you will notice how much longer it takes them to cast than Storm Mages. The solution I am currently using is I basically have Giga AoE on my Pain Offering by giving Equality and Expanse, and I am making sure it is basically permanently up. That way they have about 49% increase, 48% increase attack cast speed, which helps the cast speed nerf a lot. They go from, you know, struggling to casting that quick, and that is the wave clear, because that's also giving them like 80% more damage. And because of their single target being so good, you don't have to care too much which minions get hits. I mean, You actually don't have to care so much as long as it doesn't hit your Storm Mage. Now, if it hits your Storm Mage, you're leaving single target damage behind because you're no longer shocking, but it's not the end of the world. I currently am using a Rattling Scepter so that I have 2 melees that can be used for offering. They don't necessarily always get used, and honestly, I've stopped caring all that much because I have that much damage. But early on, when you have less damage, you probably want to use those. So TLDR, what I'm doing different, I still have my Storm Mage set up here for applying shocks. These this are the most important links. This, if you have the 4th sockets, completely optional. It helps with clear. This is I have the 5th slot, so I just put that in. My Frost Mages have Scatter Shots, Cold Mastery, Minion Mastery, Arcane Tempo, and Magnified Effect for AoE. This cast speed nullifies the negative cast speed you get here, and the 2 extra damage is just a more damage multiplier because they have shotgun potential. For Hypothermia, it's a curse. But for the Pain Offering, we're going with Ablation and Dance Macabre, which gives 60% increased offering effect, basically. Which makes this go from 51% to like 81%, and the cast speed goes from 30 to 48. And then Expanse just gives it AoE. We have quality to give it more base radius, which makes AoE scale even more. Eye of Winter, you're going to need it 4 sockets so that you can have Unleash, Cold Exposure, Strip Away, and Inevitable Crits, because Cold Exposure is reliant on crits. So an Inevitable Crit makes it so you are more likely to crit the target, and as such apply exposure to the target and reduce their cold res even further. That is the TLDR. Let's make this stop raining meteors, please, and thank you. Nope, it's still raining freaking meteors. Thank you. Now leave it. What's the time? 11. I should start packing, I should be honest. I really should. No.
Time is not on our side.
The one awkward part about spamming offering as much as we do is the simple fact that our offerings take life from us. So it means we're going to be using our life flask more because it's going to be taking more and more life from us. At this rate, I'm going to need a second quad tap for maps. I did the breach. I don't think I've looked through the ritual shop yet. Maybe I have. I don't remember refreshing it though. I remember opening it. I don't remember doing anything with it. Yeah. Seems about right. Didn't get anything. Nothing looks good. We'll just get the regal and go.
There are no other boss nodes around me, correct? No boss nodes I can test. There are these set of 3 boss nodes we can play around with. But I think that's... Yeah, I don't think there's any easy access boss nodes right now. I would like to test its single target a bit more on different setups. I'm undecided. Very much so. I think Feeding Frenzy over Minion Mastery might be the way for them, though. I genuinely think so. Wait. Hold up. I'm just now realizing that the tooltips have support for Ice Shard's Explosion. That's news to me. I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you. That is news to me. Okay. Let's look at this. I mean, I'm happy it does. Very much so. So basically, the projectile does the explosion does as much damage as the projectile. This 36% chance. Is it correct with our base crit chance? It's 11 times 3. It was 200% when I calculated it, right? Yeah, it's 11 times 3, which should be 33. Is it overestimating it? Or am I forgetting something? It was exactly 200. So their base crit, with their base crit, that is. Unless it's actually 12 that their base crit is, not 11, which I highly doubt it. $249. Okay. The crit damage bonus has fixed itself. I don't know why it wasn't why it was showing less than 250, but looks like it's fixed itself. Or was I looking somewhere else? No, right? It doesn't matter. All right, so I'm still on the fence on if I'm going to make a guide on it or not. I'll do one more quick clear before ending stream, and then I will see you guys in the new year once once I end stream. What is a good node to be the last one I stream for the year? I guess. What is the most populated node we have? Something that has like 3 icons. And hopefully one of them is corruption. Looking like nothing is the answer to that question. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything here. All right, we'll pick something. We'll just pick something then. We are pathing towards finding more of the environment in either direction. This, if I path here, we have a lot of boss nodes, but I don't even know how I traverse this. I guess I traverse the mountain through mire. I have to go through mire to hit the key, then come all the way down here. I'll just do this one. Sulfuric Caverns, it has corruption. Hopefully we'll get an 81 to end stream. Okay.
Now.
Let's try to stand still as much as we can and just let them clear.
Death, take you.
This is a relatively tight map. Let's see how their clear performs. Now let's see what they look like on a 5 link, because I do want to try out what they look like on a 5 link. Frost Mages. Still pretty decent, honestly. 5 link with my gear. My gear is high end though, so you know, keep that in mind. What is that spike?
Now.
What if I reduced... Or I'm running out of minions? I was about to say, what if I reduced my AoE instead of without magnified effects.
How useful.
Oh, time to vision craft? Question mark. Like the only thing it has going for it is that it has spirits on a good base. So if I give it magnified effects, they have more overlap.
Another corpse to serve me.
I do have Arcane Temple. Oh, this has shield ground. That explains a bit. Or maybe it's just that area that had shield ground. Yeah, I don't see shield ground. I think this is enough overlap. I want to check, but I think it's enough overlap to where I either go magnified effects or I go for the nodes on the tree, and it depends on what I want. I think it truly depends on what I want. Because I think right now the AoE is big enough that even on small targets, they can get hit by all three projectiles. So I can just go for like Feeding Frenzy for free.
Too soon. Now. Out of mana.
All right. We are done with that map, and I think we're gonna end stream here so I can actually get prepared for my trip. I will be back, I want to say on the 6th or 7th, most likely. Actually, not most likely. I will be back on the 6th or 7th. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you for the year 2024. It's been quite the ride so far. But I've had fun, and I hope you all have had as much fun as I did. But anyways, till next year. Good night.